Hi, this is Rahim Zulfikar Ali. In this video tutorial, we will learn that if we have created a dashboard or some calculations with respect to Power Pivot and we want to migrate all our calculated columns and explicit measures to the Power BI on this particular window. So how are we going to do that? Either we need to start from the scratch or we can import that. So the solution is, if you have created any kind of dashboard or some calculations with respect to the Power Pivot in Microsoft Excel, you can migrate that explicit measures and keep connection into the Power BI as well. And the second thing we will learn that if we have created some explicit measures in different table and we want to combine them as a separate all together, so how are we going to do that? So let's get started. If you can see on my screen, I have 3 Power Pivot tables for different purposes. So the first thing, I will go to Power Pivot tab and then I will click on this Manage button. So it will open up Power Pivot for Excel, where you can see I have different tables on this particular window, which comes from different files and sources. And I have created a different many explicit measures here for the calculation. Right now, what I will do is I will go to Power BI, and on Power BI you have to click on File, then you have to click on Import, and then you have to select this option, Power Query, Power Pivot, Power View, which tells you that import queries and models you created in Excel to Power BI. So let's create this particular option available. Okay, it says save your file, so let's save that. Now this is our file, Time Intelligence DAX Power Pivot. Let's click open. So this is the first importing process, import Excel workbook contents. Alright, let's click on start button. So if file is already open, it will not consider the migration. So we need to close the file first. Okay, so file, import, then this option, select the file. Alright, let's click on start button. Now it shows us that there are queries and data model tables that depend on the following worksheet in the original workbook for this data. So let's click on keep connection. Now the migration process being started, all the implicit and explicit measures are coming through. Alright, so now you can see that migration is completed. 6 queries, data models, KPIs and measures are there. Okay. Alright, let's click on close. Now you can see here we got the tables and all our measures, calculated columns and explicit measures as well. Now one thing you will observe that we have the explicit measures in the orders table, right? If we go to the dates table, we have some explicit measure there as well, right? If I go to some other table, let's say customers, we have that explicit measure here as well. Now what I want to do is I want to make all and combine all the measures together in a separate table. Okay, so for doing that, we will go to the modeling tab and then we will click on new table. Alright, so it will open a formula bar where it has written table equals to space. Now we don't need to write any other thing, just press enter key. Okay, so once you press the enter key, you can see a new table is there. So let's rename this as measures all, or any other name you would like to give. So we have given the measures all name, and this has just a one blank column. We need to shift all the explicit measures to here and bring this to the top. Okay, so we will go to model view, and here we will click on orders table. Okay, where we have explicit measures, you know that. So what we're going to do, right click, select measures. That will select all the measures automatically in this particular table, and we will change the home table. So home table will be now measures all. Alright, And similar thing for the customers. Right click, select measures, and we will change the home table from customers to measures all. And another table we have is for the dates. So right click, select measures, and change the table from dates to measure all. Now when I expand this, you can see here we got all the measures, explicit measures in the measures all grouping. Now we need to bring this to the top. Okay, so let's go, and you know that we have one column which is blank. So what we will gonna do is right click and click on hide. Now what happens that now all your measures, explicit measures, will be on top as a group name as measure alls. Okay, so that's how we have combined all the measures to one particular place, so that if in future we need to use them, we can use them from this particular group rather than going to separate tables and finding them. One way is that we can use the search bar to write the initials, and that will identify or filter those measures, but good way is to keep all measures together in a one particular group. Thank you.